With love, son.
Son first. I'm gonna share it myself. Best thing to do. Never sharing in class. Facebook is pretty good. Like straight up inbox it to people. That's what I'm about to do. Hey, Shalom Israel. Uh, we are now live. Honestly, can you pull that camera up? Like the way how we usually have it.
Okay.
Bear with me, y'all. We sharing the class as we speak. Again, y'all, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to ISUK Philadelphia, UPK Philadelphia. All right, on all platforms. ISUK Trenton. We also going live for Trenton. We also going live on Trenton. All right. Also going live on Trenton. All right, I'm gonna send it to a couple more people, then we're gonna get it started. All right. All right, good. The water too. For Justin. All right, we about to go live on TikTok. You already know TikTok be a wild, dangerous place. Oh, we suspended on TikTok. Good night. It said you can go live on the 5th. Good night. Commander Janiana got us blocked. I see. Shout out to Commander Janiana. Let's give him a hand. That just means he did a good job. That's all that means. He just did a good job. That's all that means. So look, we're gonna go live on shit. I go live from my page. Forget about it. You know what I mean? All right, bet. We about to go live now. All right, y'all. Shalom, let's clap it up. We are the ISUBK. Start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We're teaching the truth since 1969. We are uncommanded junior Hana. We're here to teach the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth of the Bible. My name is McCall, so 500, stationed here in Philadelphia. All right, so today's topic, wisdom. All right, wisdom for your children. Utilizing wisdom for your children. All right. So I need someone to give me the book of Proverbs 22:6. All right. So one thing that I do realize in our community is that we are horrible parents. All right. Why do I say that? Well, go just look outside. Look at the news. Majority of the ones that are committing crimes are ones that are still in high school, ones that are fresh out of high school. You look at what they indulge in drugs, the streets, violence, all types of nonsense. So you got to ask yourself, well, a lot of people say, well, what is the parents doing, right? All on Philly social media, you will see like children doing all types of idiotic things, and a lot of grown folks are angry, right? Let's figure out what the Lord said. Whoever has Proverbs 22:6, please read.
So book of Proverbs chapter, you said 2?
22.
Book of Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go.
Read it one more time.
Train up a child.
Train up a child. In today's society, a lot of people believe you shouldn't, they see trying to give your child the identity trying to get your child to serve God is a bad thing. They see it as oppression. When it's not oppression, you're supposed to give your child a foundation. Now, according to God, He wants you to give your child the truth. He wants you to give your children the truth of God. He don't want you to just give them anything. Because if you give a child anything, what's usually going to happen? They'll get lost in the sauce. Like we say in in our community, they get lost in the sauce, right? We see them on social media doing all types of hell. They on the run, a warrant. Just recently, I think it was like an 18-year-old broke out of prison here in Philadelphia. Broke out of prison, they went on a whole manhunt for him and his co-defendant. You know what I mean? And the whole time, you understand, that was someone's child, only 18, fighting like 4 bodies. That is crazy. You know what I mean? Fighting 4 bodies, and you're only 18 years old. Like, that's ridiculous. Read it one more time.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
Damn right. Train up a child so that they can have a prosperous life.
Right.
So that they won't have to go through the trials and tribulations that we went through. Like, we look at these children today, like I done told people, I said, you cannot make any complaint about these children if you are not leading by example. One time I was on this one post, and I mean, they was going crazy. Oh, these kids is crazy. They were just down Penn's Landing, you know what I mean, going crazy, beating up people and all that, running on top of cars. That was all over the internet.
Right.
Well, you had people in the comments, where the hell is their parents at? And, they just complaining. But the whole time, if you go on their page, you know what you'll see? Twerking, getting high, promoting a life of crime. You understand? More importantly, you don't see any signs of them being in the truth. So I asked myself, I'm like, well, how y'all upset if you ain't teaching your children the knowledge of God?
Right.
It don't make sense. Read what you got again.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
Train up a child. So here you have in the Bible where you read the law, statutes, commands. You're reading the truth about God.
Right.
You're not just getting a song and a dance like the pastor gives you. You actually learning the truth about God and how to actually have a prosperous life. That's why we have the law class, so that you can understand the law in depth, why you should keep it. Like, if you got to ask yourself, if the Christian church was so in favor for our people, then why wouldn't they say, hey, let's keep the laws so that we can be safe and be able to be prosperous in our community? You would think that, right? Because they're supposed to be men of God. They're supposed to be women of God, right?
Right.
That's not the truth. It's not profitable for you to have wisdom in this world to them, because then they don't get the money. Because if they teach you about the knowledge of God and the wisdom of God, you know what's going to have to happen? They're going to have to change. They don't want to change. So when you see these children out here moving any type of way, read it one more time.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
Train up a child. So on the way you should go. Bottom line. That's the God-given truth. You understand? That's what we're supposed to be doing. Keep going.
And when he is old.
When he is what?
Old.
When he is what?
Old.
When he's old. That child gonna get to see an old life. A lot of parents today can't say that their child was able to grow old.
Right.
They dying as young as 16, 17, 18, 19. Half of them not even seeing the age of 20. Why? Why? Because they are in a life full of crime because you did not train them up in the truth. So when we outside teaching, when we out trying to get you to understand, hey, keep the law, statutes, and commands, so that your child won't have to be riddled with gun bullets.
Right.
Your child your child won't be going missing. And let's be honest, we understand why them children is going missing. They really, nobody abducted them. Your daughter is not home because she's following after you. She's following after you. She see that you are liberal with your body. She see what you're doing on social media. There was this one girl, right? The mom actually started going viral. No, was that the one? Yeah, the mom was actually going viral, right? Mom started going real viral. She was like, it was like the little girl. Everybody's looking for the little girl, right? Whole time she was at some boy house. A couple of occasions. A lot of them was at some boy house. And how do I know this? Because I was a dumb young boy at one point in time.
Right.
The girl was mad, or she wanted to be laid up with my homie or me, and she would not go home. You know what I'm saying? And she got somewhere to crash because the parent that she's at, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? So 9 out of 10, those girls is not even really abducted.
Right.
Because they're not training them up right. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6. And here we're going to teach you the knowledge of God, how to keep the laws so that you can gain wisdom. Gain wisdom by fighting your demons. Gain wisdom by bettering yourself, elevating yourself. In the truth, you are supposed to elevate. You're not supposed to be stagnant.
Right.
That whole saying, oh, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Come on now. I see the generals learning how to use social media. You understand? And this is new technology to the point where I'm still trying to learn how to use it. You know what I'm saying? I got to go on YouTube and I got to play around with the apps and stuff like that so I can understand it. And I'm young. But here's the thing. In the truth, you're supposed to elevate. You're supposed to get better at whatever you can put your hands on. Your attitude. You ever recognize, like in the ISUPK, that everyone that comes in here are changed? They say, yo, man, I used to be this way. You know what I'm saying? And it's because they understood that they had to change from the wicked person that they was in the truth. I mean, outside the truth. You don't have to be that same person that you was before. You can change. You can change. You got to make the same. You should feel more obligated to make the change because you have children. You have children. You understand? And what is your children? Most black, and I'm gonna tell y'all something real, right? I asked my little baby brother. He's 12 years old, so I asked him this probably like a year or two ago, right? So I'm like, yo, what color is Christ? What color is God? He told me white. I said, yo, you know that they black, right? He was like, no. I showed him open up the Bible. I said, yo, you know how to read, right? He said, yeah, I know how to read. Yeah, honor roll student. My little brother was able to read that. I said, so what color is this saying that Christ and God is? He said, black. A 12-year-old can understand that. You understand? And that child, my little brother didn't know that because he's not being taught. It wasn't a priority. It's not a priority in our community to, it's not a priority in our community to say, hey, this is your identity. This is what God wants us to do. This is what God don't want us to do. In our community, you can do whatever you want. It's according to whatever your parents say is okay.
Right.
So some parents will say, "Oh, you can smoke weed. Just smoke weed around me. Stay home. Don't smoke with everybody. As long as you don't smoke with everybody, make sure you keep your grades right. You can smoke." Oh, them little girls, they can have. Don't like. I remember as a teenager, parents will allow me upstairs in the room with their daughter. I said, "Good night." You know what I'm saying? I used to look really, really, really innocent. You know what I'm saying? Baby face. You know what I'm saying? I was a demon. You know what I'm saying? You trust me with your daughter. It was men that trusted me upstairs with their daughter. Why would you ever allow that to go down?
Right.
Because you ain't standing on no real foundation. Like inside the Bible, this is where you find your foundation. And that's what we're going to be breaking down today. Your wisdom. Wisdom comes with foundation that is well nailed down deep into the dirt. You understand? When a tornado can come through and your house ain't going to go anywhere. And everybody else's house on that block, they might tumble, they might get caught up in that tornado, but your house should not tumble over. Christ's house ain't tumbling over. You understand? He's a solid brother. Let's give it up to Yahweh Shah, Mashallah. You know what I'm saying? For being a solid brother and was willing to die for his people.
Right.
That kept the law to the end. He was the proof that we can keep the law. And if you Christians supposed to be Christians, following after Christ, then you should understand that you can be perfect too.
That's right.
If you keep the laws of God. Let's read what you got. Let's start at verse 5.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
Yeah, what?
Taught you statutes and judgments.
The Lord taught us statutes and judgments. He only talking to one particular people, and that's the nation of Israel. Keep going.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
That means you, wherever you are at, you better keep the laws.
Right.
You better keep them laws, statutes, and commands. Keep this through all your generations. That's what Moses kept alliterating to us. He kept saying the same thing over and over and over again, repeatedly. Keep this through all your generations. Keep these feast days. Keep these laws. You know what I mean? Keep these in your inward parts. Because keeping these laws is what's going to keep our nation safe. That's why the Isupk is not tumbling over like tumbleweed.
Right.
We not like tumbleweed. We like a mountain. We ain't going nowhere. You had to blow us to smithereens, but the Lord is still with us. The Lord ain't going to let this truth go away. And that's what we have to establish within ourselves. Be that mountain that don't shake. Be that mountain that can be crumbled.
Right.
That the strong wind won't blow it away. That's what the Lord is trying to explain to us right here. Let's keep going.
Khan. Verse 6. Keep, therefore, and do them.
You better keep and do them. Keep the laws, man. You want your family to be strong, prosperous. You don't want your daughter blowing rod on OnlyFans. A lot of men out here, they daughters, just understand this. Every shorty that you see on Instagram, Facebook, OnlyFans, Twitter, they are sluts. And they are blowing more rod and shaking more tail than a little bit.
Right.
And just remember, they got a father, they got a mother. If my daughter ever grow up to do something like that, let me tell you something. I will disown her.
That's right.
She will be disowned. I'm like, I don't know you. I would take care of her until she's 18 and then shalom. She better come back ready to repent. She better beg for my forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? More importantly, the Lord, because there's no way in the world I'll raise that. You chose to do that on your own merit, not on mine. You wanted to follow the world, well, you're going to get it. Don't come crying to me when you don't keep the law, statutes, and commands. Now you with some man that is beating you senseless. This is what you wanted. You wanted to be for the streets. You don't want to take heed to me.
Right.
Oh, now you want me and the brothers to go annihilate this brother. You want us to come to your rescue. But you ain't choose this family. You chose the family of the world. Go ahead. Call the police. Call the police. Let them handle it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, shoot, you don't want to take my counsel, then take your mother's counsel.
Right.
Take the ones that's in the world counsel. Come on, man. I mean, good night. You gotta be cutthroat because that's how the Lord wants to be. That's why Christ said, who is my mother? Who is my brother? I know who my brother. You don't even really hear about Christ's brothers, his blood brothers. You don't really hear about Mary and all of that. You don't hear about Joseph. You hear about the ones that were serving with Christ, that serve under Christ. And that's what we have to understand. When you building your foundation, you building it with the intent to allow this to establish even after you're gone. So that means that you ain't gonna no longer think, hey, now I can go ahead and get high, hit holes. Like you gonna hit holes, and guess who's gonna be hitting the next hole? Some nigga in the street hitting your daughter. That's a hole. Because you did it to somebody else's daughter. So it's gonna spin back on you. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. Deuteronomy 4:6.
Okay. For this is your wisdom.
This is your what?
Wisdom.
This is your wisdom. Go ahead.
And your understanding.
In your understanding, keeping these laws is your wisdom. It's how you going, like when you keep the laws, let me tell you something. The generals, shout out to the generals. Let's give them a hand. You got to. Because they held it down and they kept his banners up. Behind me, you see the banner of Israel, the official home where every Black, Hispanic, Native American man and woman need to come back to. If it's not the ISUK, it is not the truth. And I can tell you why. People that goes to some purple homosexual camp called IUIC is following after a crooked cop, a crooked pig that, we still pulling up the records of him falsely arresting our own people. He's supposed to be a Judite. He's arresting other Israelites.
Right.
You understand? Israelites that don't understand who they really are, lost in the world. You understand? Breaking into people's houses. He's entering into people's houses as if he's supposed to uphold the law, right? He's supposed to love Black people, and he did this while he claimed to be some bishop. Right. He knew that he was an Israelite. He knew what the laws was explaining. He still went into those people's houses without a warrant. Had the mother naked, and threatened to shoot the dog if the dog didn't shut up. Trying to get the brother to turn on the brother. So if you think that's wisdom, God forbid. The ISUK is so prosperous because we keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what we teach. We don't teach you to be an evil bastard, to hate your brother and to hate your sister. And because the ISUK been teaching the laws and keeping the laws since 1969, that's why we are prosperous, because the Lord is with us. They say, oh, IUIC, they got so much numbers. They try to glorify, well, we got the numbers. The church got numbers.
Right.
TD Jakes got numbers. He got a church right next door to us. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure TD Jakes ain't never stepped a foot in that church. You know what I'm saying? But he has numbers. Do that mean that he's in the truth? No. Numbers don't mean nothing. The nation of Israel was the smallest nation of them all. It says that in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 7. We were the smallest of us all. But because our forefather was loyal to the Lord was with us. And still to this day. So I ask you, do numbers really matter? Or does it being loyal to the Lord matters? I think being loyal to the Lord matters, keeping the law, statutes, and commands. Let's keep reading.
In the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes,
right,
and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
So, what's the narrative for Black families? The narrative for our families, Philadelphia and Trent, is that we got any questions online?
Wow. So,
all right. Anybody that got any questions, make sure you type them in. All right. Any questions in the class? You know what I mean? Just let me, just shoot your question at me and I got you. Right. So the whole narrative is that Black families can't stick together. That these Black kids is unruly and they just running around. The parents are destructive. Black people is nothing but drug addicts and drug dealers, murderers, pimps, whores, sluts, homosexuals. I mean, everything, you name it. That's why when you go into a white neighborhood, you go inside that store, white people is looking at you like, oh my gosh, I bet his name is Jamal. This guy might try to rob me when I get out of here. And you just in there trying to go get you a water. You know what I'm saying? Get you a Gatorade or something. You minding your business. Oh, but to them, it looks like, you know what I mean? They probably like, man, I bet he's high right now. You know what I mean? Times I've been around white people in white neighborhoods and they'll ask me if I got some work on me. Yeah, ask me, hey, you know what I mean? You holding? If y'all don't know what that means, meaning that I'm selling drugs. Ask me, hey, you got some coke? Got some pills? You know how I can get some pills at? You know, I can get some weed. Sometimes I said, you asking me because I'm Black? Oh, no, man, I ain't trying. Yeah, you is.
Mm-hmm.
And back then in the world, I served him. Shoot, I was a wicked bastard. But in the truth, you understand, I would never sell drugs even to my enemies. I'd rather the Lord deal with them.
Right.
The only way I put my hand or harm a hair on a white person or any other nation, anybody, period, if you come against me, come against my brothers and my sisters, that's the only way. Because I'm supposed to not be a violent person because that's in the law. Don't be a drunkard. Don't be a person so full of malice and violence. Because what happens when someone is so full of malice and violence? Somebody in the class answer that. What happens when someone is so full of malice and violence and anger?
You talking about as far as us or just in everybody in general?
In general.
Lack of discipline.
Okay. Well, give me some scenarios that can happen. Like a person that's so full of malice, that's so violent. Go ahead.
might end up taking it out on the wrong people.
Yeah. Y'all gotta bring me home. Go ahead.
They get hurt.
Dare get hurt, you gotta bring me home. You give it a shot.
The question again was,
what happens to someone that is full of malice and violence? Like rage. How can I say it? So full of wrath. That's a biblical term. So full of wrath and anger and destruction. Go ahead.
They take things in their own hands.
Yeah, but you got to bring it home. You got to think. If you're explaining this to somebody, you teaching, right? Teaching this to somebody. Don't think about it too deep. How would you explain about someone that is, think about it. Let's put it in today's terms. Niggas that want to be on demon time. Ones that want to be shooters. You know what I'm saying? Drug dealers. you know what I mean, shooting up the whole block. What usually happen to them?
Oh,
Go ahead.
well, they die with a jet.
Thank you. Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? So if we don't carry ourselves like that, then we don't go through those issues and problems. And that's what the truth is all about. That's why the other nations think about it. Why you think Muhammad is thinking behind Quran right here? You know what I'm saying? Why you think Muhammad, you go inside, I bet you, I open up this Quran, right? What do I'm gonna see? What I'm gonna see? Oh wait, the Jews and Christians. Oh, here we go. You see Jews. Oh, okay. Let's go all the way to the beginning. We see Adam. Because this is they got this all from us. Hold on. Why is the Jews being explained in this? Why is this being explained in here? You go all through this thinking behind Quran. They even got the scriptures that they're trying to say that this is correlating to. Muhammad learned from us, and now he's wanting to sit up there and act like, oh, I have knowledge and understanding. Why? Because I'm gonna throw this goddamn Quran. Throw that piece of garbage, man. He learned from us. Read that scripture again from the top. I mean, we throw Qurans around here. That is UPK tradition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we sit up there and try to serve any other God when the Most High is telling us right here through Moses, yo, if y'all keep these commandments, man, these other nations gonna look at y'all like the greater people, and they need to fashion themselves after you. That's why Muhammad had to take our records and say that and change everything around, saying that God's name is Allah and we gotta move like this and like that. He tried to fashion the Islam religion after us because he knew that his people was serving over 300 something gods. He knew, hey man, if my people were serving one God, but we had some laws and we do things like the Jews, like the Israelites, man, yo, we'll be prosperous. And that's what he did. That's why it's some kind of order over there. Because they took what's in the Bible, perverse the scriptures, and then they say, oh no, this is the truth of the Bible. They didn't go to no damn Kemet and take the records of theirs.
Right.
They didn't take no other records. Why you think world religions trying to base their knowledge off of ours?
Right.
And then they try to bury us. That's in the scriptures that they will try to take away our name from us so that we won't be remembered. Most people don't even know that the Israelites was black. They argue us, they will ask us Israelites and ISBK about how come you are, what make you say that you are a Jew? Hold on, I thought everybody can be a Jew. You know what I'm saying? They questioning our pedigree, but they should know that we are the nation of Israel. I think something is wrong. This is why everybody's supposed to come back to this Bible and get themselves correct. Because the world, now they understand who the real is right now, but they still need some understanding. This is why we operate 365, 24/7. That's why our phone lines is wide open. You can call a brother in the IHBK any time of the night. Shalom, Yahweh, Shalom, Shabbat. Oh, Shalom, sis. Shalom, Yahweh, Shalom, Thumba, Shalom, Shalom. I got a phone call from a weirdo. He knew to call the IHBK though, if he had questions. But he also wanted to debate. I told him, listen, we do the edifying. You don't edify us.
Right.
It's either you gonna what you need. If you have a question on something, I answer it. But we ain't having no dialogue. We ain't having no debate on this phone. He thought I was playing. I said, brother, I think you should go put on some purple. IUIC, you know what I'm saying? I think that'd be good for you. I don't think that we'd be a good fit for you. Because he wanted to argue about the virgin birth, and I'm trying to give him, all right, I'm gonna work with you. He don't want the knowledge. He don't want the truth. Well, if you don't want the truth and knowledge, brother, then go to the purple cats.
Right.
They're deep in numbers.
Right.
You can only have one wife. I know your wife will love that. She'll love you in the purple to see you a feminine man. She what? Y'all gotta do the Hebrew. You're around a bunch of cops and all that. She gonna love that. You'll love that too. I think they'll believe whatever you want to believe. They like the Christian church anyway. You dig what I'm saying? Like, this wisdom as far as to be seen as a great people in the eyes of these other nations. Thing is, we not moving as such because we want to do whatever the hell we want to do. That's why your children, again, your daughters is blowing a bunch of rods on the internet, shaking her ass all over the internet because you failed your daughter. You failed her. You ain't sit her down and teach her these laws, statutes, and commands. Let me get Romans 14 and 13. Romans 14 and 13. I'm going to give y'all the scriptures. We reading out of the scriptures. You better have these notes in your book. Because listen, I'm going to tell you like this. If you don't want to listen to us, don't be upset. Don't have that look of shame when your son is up there blowing rods. God said a man should not be a homosexual. Your son is going to blow rods. Don't be upset when your child start getting high, because you ain't show them not to get high. You'll get high. When I was a teenager, I'm sitting there, I'm getting high. Before I even got high, it was seen as normal. Well, that's what you do when you're an adult. You get high. I used to smell it through the vents. I used to know what it smelled like. To the point when I started smoking, I was like, oh man, I got whatever that berry. I remember, I'm gonna tell you, this is some carnal stuff. I used to want a berry blunt so bad because I smelled my father smoking it. I smelled my stepmother smoking it at night when all of us was upstairs. So when I started smoking, I'm like, man, I gotta get me a berry blunt. Gotta get me this berry blunt. I just kept saying it. I found it. I was up on Lansdowne Avenue at the Chinese store and I seen it. I almost went nuts. I said, yo, y'all got them. I started grabbing all types of crazy Jones. They were still and all. I'm trying to bring them back to life. You know how it is. Trying to bring it back to Estelle. We gonna what they used to call it, Doctor. What do they call it? Dr. Phil, Dr. Blunt, whatever. I forgot. You know what I mean? You call it the doctor. Brought that shit back to Salagi. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was from my parents getting high and me observing it. And again, like, I didn't think about trying to smoke. You know what I mean? You young and all of that. That ain't really your focus. You listen to your parents, but once you start getting older, you're going through the changes that a teenager go through. Man, my first time smoking was with white boys. You know, white boys will get you doing some dumb shit. They had you on some stuff. But yet again, what if I learned, hey, don't befriend white people. Don't get, like, this is why we're not supposed to get high. It's against the Lord, right? Don't befriend them white people. If I would have really understood the nature of white people, now my mom did tell me, don't bring the white girl back home. I was never taught, hey, you don't befriend white people. You understand? And because God is against it. So you wonder why your children is, we wonder why our children is operating and moving the way they are. It's because of this. Read what you got.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 14, verse 16.
14 and 13.
13. Wow. 14 verse 13.
Right.
Let us not therefore judge one another anymore. But judge this rather, that no man put a stumbling block or an occasion.
Oh, what?
Or an occasion.
Read it a couple of words back.
no man, it's like that no man put a stumbling block
Put no stumbling block. Keep going.
or an occasion to fall in his brother's way.
You ain't supposed to do that, man. This is universal, as you understand. The Bible is universal. As it says, a brother is also talking about your sister. When it says that right there, someone explained that to me in the class online. What does it mean not to put a stumbling block before your brother or an occasion? Anybody online can answer it. Type it in the chat. All right, don't be afraid. Answer the question. Go ahead.
All right, it's like, so say if your brother is battling alcoholism,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then we all out here, be around us, so we drinking, taking shots and all that. We can handle our alcohol, but he can't.
Now, is drinking lawful?
Kind of one kind.
How you know that?
Because, you know, they gave a strong drink.
Good night. Go ahead.
I guess, I know it's a scripture that give strong drink. I guess we about to pass.
Well, yeah, like give him strong drink. You know what I mean? When he in hard times.
Right.
You ever drink some liquor, man, when like a homie died, you know, someone dear to you died, or it might be a rough week. Good night. You know what I mean? These slaveries will kick you behind.
Right.
Like today, you know, I was tempted to drink because I was, I'm fixing one leak, and then the leak wound up going back into it was a leak that I fixed before, then it reoccurred. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm fixing the leak that was happening. Then the leak went back into the other apartment. I'm like, you know what I mean? In this kingdom, of course, you know what I'm saying? It's all oppression, it's all slavery. You understand? And it can be tiresome. This world can have you stressed out. So that liquor is okay to drink. But like you said, that brother has an alcohol problem. So keep going.
Yeah, the alcohol problem. So we drinking, and then that's going to tempt him to try to grab something.
Mm-hmm.
We be unbrotherly and give it to him. You know what I mean?
Now, okay, this is how you want to put it, right? You was right. I'm gonna tell you how to really finalize it. You know, you don't want to drink around a brother that is battling alcoholism. If he's still in that battle stage, because you got the times when you can battle it and you might overcome it, and then you grow to strength to say, I'm only going to have one beer. I'm only going to have two. And you're conscious of saying, well, if I drink two, I'll be good. 3, I'm going to be saucy. I'm going to be nice. And then you start to learn, like there's many brothers that might or sisters that came in here that had an alcohol problem. And they had to not drink, you know what I mean, for some time. And then they come back to it and they're like, all right, well, this is my limit right here. Like me, I understand my limit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But again, that brother might have an issue at that time he battling the alcohol addiction. Well, it might not be best to say, hey, y'all, let's go out. Let's go get some drinks.
Right.
Might not want to do that because that can stumble your brother. Now, what you could do, if you know that y'all about to go out drinking, you might not invite that brother. You know what I'm saying? You might not invite the brother to an occasion that y'all will be drinking because you don't want to damage your brother, put a stumbling block. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what you want to think like, you know, especially when you're around, when you got brothers that character. When you have brothers that character, you got to be very mindful. That's why it was explained to Israelites, know those that labor among you.
Right.
So let's say someone that's under you has a weed addiction, right? You should know, and he should know. You should tell him when you teaching or you talking to him one-on-one, be like, yeah, you know, in the world, Satan is going to utilize your people that's close to you. The ones that you used to smoke with, he's going to use them. Mm-hmm. And what's going to wind up happening? Once you explaining that to that person, Whoever you was getting high with in the world is going to Satan is going to try to utilize them to bring you back because you're trying to fight off the addiction. Now they won't fall for that stumbling block because that's a stumbling block.
Right.
They out getting high. Someone that's in the world is naturally going to put a stumbling block before you. And I've seen it so many times. Like when I was a trooper, I think I was a young man. You know, of course, you still learning how to detach yourself from everybody. So it got to the point where when I was around people, I kind of distanced myself a little bit because I had to get right within myself. So I'm like, okay, let me get myself right. And I'm like, okay, boom. All my homies. Now, I was living with my homie at the time. We had an apartment together. So everybody, this was the chill spot. I be in my room. Everybody is smoking in the living room. I might come out there, you know what I'm saying, say what's up to everybody. They might be, you know how it is. Everybody chiefing and they passing the blunt around. You already know. Because they are in the world, they're going to mistakenly try to pass it to me. And I'm going to look at them and be like, come on, dog. Or, yo, what the hell are you doing? Nah, bro, I don't smoke no more. Oh, my bad, bro, my bad. Too many times that happened, I was like, yeah, I can't be around nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. And like everybody thought I had turned on them and all that. I had to tell them, like, no, like I was really fighting demons. I couldn't be around yo. Yo, it was getting high. You know what I'm saying? Like it was photo shoots at my crib. And these ain't your regular photo shoots. You know what I'm saying? In the world, I was in all for it. Yeah, let's party, let's do all this crazy stuff. And the truth, I went right in my room. Like that. You dig what I'm saying? Because everybody in the world is gonna put a stumbling block before you. Someone is going to Satan is going to utilize, like, all right, I'm gonna give you a prime example. And this is why understanding the knowledge of God is very important and what your kids need to understand. That's why I said training. Y'all two brothers gonna understand about training in another year, right? Specialized training in Hebrew Academy, but training, you're teaching your child on how to sharpen their mind. The mind is a dangerous weapon because the more information that you give it, the more it understands. Meaning you. You know, I don't want to put it as another person, but the more you will understand. So you tell your child, look, this is how Satan works. Boom. And this is why I brought up the scripture. Don't put a stumbling block before your brother. Now, if you are a parent and you get high, you're putting a stumbling block before your child. If you are a woman and you sleep with multiple men, give me the book of Deuteronomy 23:17 with thumb yah. If you are a parent and you are okay with your son and your daughter being a homosexual, you are putting a stumbling block before your daughter. You're putting a stumbling block before your son. Dwayne Wade is a bad parent. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's just Gabrielle Union is a bad parent.
Right.
Okay? Like, if you're not teaching your child the law, statutes, and commands according to God, you are a bad parent. That's just the truth. Let's read what you got.
Oh God, Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 17. Mm-hmm. And lo, he hath given occasions of speech against her.
Deuteronomy 23:17?
23:17, so
yeah.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
So there shall be no daughters. Man, these ones foggy. I don't wipe them down. So read it one more time. So look.
Oh God. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
There should be no whores of the daughters of Israel. So you teach your daughter, hey, you know, it's okay to, you know, I was talking to some sister on Instagram, right? I be trolling in the comments. If y'all ever go to like the shade room, no jumper, all of that, and it's something that UPK can tackle on, I am in the comments and I'm going crazy, cutting everything. And I get a lot of likes from a lot of people that agree because we gotta let this word be known. This sister told me, I said Meg Thee Stallion was just recently spotted with an African soccer player, right? Now, mind you, she was just in a relationship with some rap artist named Party. I swear that's like Pop Smoke cousin or something. They look just alike, right? The dude, yeah, go ahead.
Now, if I could, I know you're talking about, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
But the brother, he has a tattoo.
A feminist on his rib, right? Now, here's the thing, right? A lot of guys, let me give y'all some game. Stop simping.
Right.
Party is a main example. Every man in the comments started making some point. They was like, listen, Party, you was with this girl, you defended her. She had you out here looking crazy. She lied and said that she ain't had sex with the baby, that she didn't have sex with Tory Lanez. Both of them guys are smaller than you. You understand? They in the industry game. And they tapped your woman. And she lied. She lied. And you defended her still saying that Tory Lanez was wrong and he was the one that shot her, and you was ready to fight the baby. You know, really, you know what I mean? She fooled you. You fooled yourself. Read that scripture one more time. Book of Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
There should be no whore of the daughter of Israel. In the law, it states that a woman shall never have sex with another man as long as that husband lives.
Right.
So how come she thinks it's okay? You understand, to sleep with another man? Why? Because she was never taught the truth. She denies the truth.
Right.
You understand? She wants to live her best life. And those sisters in the comments, let me tell you something about Party. Everybody was rooting for him when they was together. And who y'all think they rooting for now? Someone blew my mind. Who you think they rooting for now? Go ahead.
That African.
The African? They rooting for the African now. He stood up to his woman. That's what I'm talking about. A couple months ago. That's what I'm talking about. He's standing up for his woman. Oh, forget him, girl. Move on. He got more money anyway. But y'all, I said, yo, brother, that's why you never wife a hoe. Ever. Stop wifing the hoes, brothers. I'm trying to tell you, your life would be so much better. Go ahead.
Listen, I think they might, legally, people are already married.
They married. She was hugged up with that. Listen, let me tell you something. You sisters out there, you funky bitches. Y'all better start being real wise on what y'all doing out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. Y'all, the route that y'all going, and y'all parents, man, y'all are so, I understand how parents is gone. But they did not do what they were supposed to do by that girl. Because she believed, and every other woman believed the same thing, that it's okay for you to go have sex with another man because the relationship is not working. Oh, we having problems and issues. She is already with another man in public, hugged up, holding hands at some wedding. Really, let me tell you something. She's a whore. The Lord said, don't wife a hoe. Be wise on your selection. In the book of Ecclesiasticus, I believe it's the 26th chapter or 27th. And he goes in detail about a whorish woman, a damn funky bitch. You know what I'm saying? He goes in detail about these funky hoes. Because he's trying to give you the understanding, my son. Don't give yourself a life of torment. We gotta go into that. Because a lot of parents ain't teaching their kids about not falling for the okie doke. Don't give yourself to evil behind bastards. Don't give your life into some evil behind dragon. Because if you do that, you're going to destroy your life. Look at the dude party. That dude up there doing poetry. He's like, I ain't never do this before, y'all, but yeah, love. You know what I'm saying? Dude was trying to love that slut, man. But she did not love him back the same way he loved her. He was willing to face scrutiny. Had dudes on, it was grinding them up. And when you go in the comments, I said, how come y'all think this is normal to move on like that? I said, this is why y'all families will never prosper. Look how y'all act. Look how y'all move. This is what y'all going to teach our daughters. You're never going to have a 2-parent household. You know what the sister told me? I said Meg should not be moving on. She should be keeping her legs closed, getting herself right. Oh, women was like, huh? I said she should keep her legs closed until she meets the man that she would never leave again. That pretty much what one would say. Close your legs until you know that the next man is the man that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Woman was like, what you mean by that? Huh? What? Read that scripture, Deuteronomy 23:17. Come on, man.
Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17.
Right.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
Read it one more time.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
So why is this such a shocking to these sisters? These sisters looked at me like, huh? Keep my legs closed until the next man I know I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. That's why I open my legs back up to get myself right. Why I keep my legs closed? One sister told me, well, in your 20s, you're supposed to live life, enjoy, have fun. I said, see, you the type of chick that would be rolling around infested with HPVs. You're the one that promotes whoredom. I said, that's what you're going to teach. I feel bad for your children. I always go for the children. I love the children. I'm like, oh my God, that's what you're going to teach your daughters? I'm like, this is why y'all don't have prosperous relationships. Because one, y'all don't take the time to learn the truth about God. Y'all not sitting down, putting the box on break. This is what y'all should do. And this is what you should teach your daughters. This is what you should teach your sons what a woman should behave like. You sisters that just get out of a relationship, the relationship ain't make it, and you whatever, one, you should try to make it work with your brother. Whatever the case may be, learn how to put your box on the shelf in a closet, lock it up. You understand? And fix yourself. Learn how to correct yourself. Because here's the thing, a lot of times y'all think that it's a lot of females believe that it's okay to go ahead and give the box up to this guy and that guy and you know how many times I done seen women, because the relationship ain't work, they go switch on to another rod. How many of y'all ever seen that? Yeah, y'all ever had a stinking woman that you should have never been with in the first place because y'all was going through bad times or some break, and she say, oh, I need a break, or I'm done. You know their way of trying to get over you? Have sex with another man.
And if I could, and that man was always there.
The nigga was always there. He was the one in our DMs. Oh, she all venting on social media. She all venting on social media. Oh, I'm tired of this. Oh, I'm single. Oh, I'm just tired of these men. You know, when would I be happy? You see all that? He at work. Oh, girl, it's all good. You think she's loyal? That bitch is a slut. That bitch is for the streets. She's a funky bitch, and she was never nothing, and she ain't gonna never be nothing. Let another man deal with that. She hold on you, shalom. That means peace. And I'm gonna tell you something. If your sisters ever marry a priest in ISUK, you better be real careful in the spirit that you carry when it comes down to your situations with your husband. You better get counsel. You better listen. You better use wisdom because one, you can lose your life.
Right.
If you make that wrong move.
Right.
We all know what I'm talking about. Hoeing on your man.
That's right.
You understand? You better make it work. You're gonna destroy that family. Ooh wee. Women do not care about them damn kids. They would say the hell with the family. I'm not happy. Whole time the brother ain't been happy for years, but he put up with you because he loves you. And he knows that it's the law. And he wants to make an example to his children. See, because of wisdom, he understands, I'm going to use this as a teaching tool if you ever leave. You ever leave, I'm going to show my children what not to be. The children is going to see that you are not happy. They're going to see that you going from ride to ride, went back to getting high and being a drunk. All on the goddamn Instagram and Facebook shaking your behind. And they're going to see at one point in time you kept the law. And then they're going to see you turn back to your vomit. And they're going to see their father be prosperous and get more wives and make more children and love the children, him and the brothers and sisters. And they're going to see the father keeping the law. You know what's going to happen? The children is going to be like, yo, mommy ain't shit. So I get for the wing. She's like, mommy ain't. She's an evil bastard. It was all her fault. And your children would know not to dishonor their mother. And they just gonna know they ain't doing that. How many times Officer Daniela told me how many times his son followed after him and then follow after the ones in the world? That's because you're supposed to train them up, not destroy them.
Right.
You understand? So when I'm talking to them sisters on Instagram, man, listen, I'm cutting through them like jinsus. I said, well, in our school, we have prosperous relationships because we keep the word of God.
That's right.
We don't believe in having fun in your 20s.
Right.
Having fun in your 20s. That's why y'all got all the baby daddies. That's the reason why you got all the baby moms and you know what I'm saying, you dipping and dodging child support. I got a brother right now. Try to give him the game. Hey man, this is what you need to do. Hey, do this, don't do that. You know what happens? Now the chick trying to hit him with child support. He's sitting up there, don't have balance in his life. He been to class.
Mm-hmm.
He denied the counsel of the Lord. But I came to him in brotherhood. Hey, I'm still trying to call him because it's a whole situation. Hey, you don't want to listen. That sister that he got pregnant and decided to put him on child support, I talked to her. She said, I don't even want to do it. But she feels as though that because he's just dogging her out, ain't helping the kids and stuff like that. You sisters, I told her, I said, you gotta let this be a lesson. Be wise on your selection.
Right.
I keep it straight. I don't care if that's my brother or not. Be wise on your selection. Because now you out here struggling, trying to raise up a black young man in this world. And you brothers out there, you are a sucker. You are a coward, evil individual that no brother should ever trust you. You niggas that is befriending these niggas that got kids and don't take care of them. You are pitiful.
Right.
How you gonna trust a nigga? How you trust a nigga that don't take care of his kids? Like, if he don't take care of his kids, if he's not loyal to the ones that came out of his balls, And you think he's gonna be loyal to you? Oh yeah, man. We rocking out, man. Gang, all that. You know what I'm saying? All that nonsense. Let me tell you something. He's going to snitch on you. He's gonna get the drop on you. He's gonna backdoor you. He's gonna do all types of stuff. Because honestly, what it really is that he is just an evil individual. You know what I mean? He's an evil individual, and you should never trust nobody like that ever. All right. What? Dang, the Muslims, they working 10 times hard. Dang, Muslims got me, they ain't rocking with me right now.
You know TikTok?
No, I can't even go live on TikTok. Yeah, some people got mad.
We do the Quran.
No, people got mad because it was out of the Islam. A lot of people try to come against the Bible. I'm not gonna let nobody come against the Bible, and I'm not saying nothing. Like, what you think this is? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, and again, you black people out there that want to believe in Islam, you know what I mean? You know that's also another stumbling block. Because Muhammad was a pedophile. You gonna follow a pedophile? Most of you cats, most brothers that are Muslim, when they go to jail, they're going to violate a pedophile. They're going to violate someone that is a snitch, someone that kills, that unalived a child. You dig what I'm saying? They're going to do that, but they have mercy on Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad married a 9-year-old, and they're going to give that religion. And guess what happens to those children as Muslim, especially in the black community? Them children die horrible deaths. I go on Philly Reddit. I go on the Philly Reddit page, on the Reddit app, and on Instagram, and No Gun Zone. I see young black Muslim brothers murdering or getting murdered. That's what you want to give your child? I got a little cousin right now. He's Muslim. The mom just straight up moved to Atlanta chasing some nigga. He had to tell her, yo, you out of pocket. How you gonna leave your son back in Philly with a 18, 19-year-old girl that just got out of high school chasing after me? He said, you was a horrible parent. I said, good night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was the truth. I said, dang. But that's what these religions produce. You think an Israelite mother gonna do that? You think a woman in the ISBK is gonna do that? You don't move like that. You understand? Read the other part of that scripture, man. We gotta get down to that too. Because a lot of parents, you don't give your child the knowledge of God, that a woman shall not be a whore. And read the next part.
Nor a sodomite.
Nor what?
A sodomite.
Nor what?
A sodomite.
A sodomite. Go ahead.
Of the sons of Israel.
Good night. So Dwayne Wade, you are a horrible parent. Right. All you cats that want to, it's some videos, man. I'm gonna start playing some videos for y'all. I come across some of the craziest videos in the world, and that gay community, man, it is just very horrible what they're doing, because they're trying to target the children. They got books. They got books that is showing children as young as 5, 6 years old about sex and teaching them about homosexuality and how to masturbate and all of that. And I'm like, and I seen a pastor started reading a book in the city council, right? And I believe it was in California, because you know that's the land of the pedophiles and you know what I mean, and all of the gay community, that you know, the ABC community. So he started reading it. They was like, sir, can you please hold on? Y'all don't want me to read from out this book, but you want to teach this to children, our children in the school system. Read that scripture one more time. You can get me Proverbs 4 and 5. Bubble show. Read what you got.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
You teaching your child on how to be liberal with their body. Most of y'all don't even teach your daughters what to wear going outside. And a lot of you sisters, because you don't got the man at home, you taught your daughter how to be hot in the behind. So now when she of age, well, not of age, but when she has, at that age of her body maturing and stuff like that, you see the girl walking around the house with all types of skimpy clothes on. You want to know why she's thinking like that? Read it one more time. This is what you ain't teach your daughter.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
So she see you doing it.
Right.
She see you being for the streets. She see how you dress loosely. She see it. So she like, I'm gonna follow after my mama. Oh, that's your dude? Oh, I want to have sex with him. Let's be honest. These young girls out here right now want the dudes. And most of the guys that y'all females bring back home, oh, just because he got money. Oh, just because he look good. He got the status. Oh, he attractive. He's going to have sex with your daughter. Either she going to give it to him or you're going to take it. Oh, and you're going to be upset because your daughter's walking around like that. But you taught her how to do that. That's another thing, too. You mad that your daughter is walking around like a slut. You taught your daughter how to be a slut. She seen you on Instagram. She seen you on OnlyFans. She know you on a strip club. She know that you go to the club every week. You make her watch the boys and the girls. You make her watch her brothers and sisters. And you know what's happening when she watching her brothers and sisters? She put them to bed and had some boys come over and blow her back out the same way you want to come in hours later, all drunk, with some random dude, or you just coming in 4 or 5 in the morning, 3 in the morning, just got done getting your back blown out, and she knows. She can smell it on you. She can smell the latex in the blunts. She can smell the Hennessy. She knows it. She knows it. And because you don't teach her how not to be one, not just by word, but by action, your daughter is going to do the same thing.
Right.
I've seen this so many times. I was right there. I done dropped the chick off. All right. And again, in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous. But because when we don't have the knowledge of God, we believe that this it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And here, man, we're going to teach our daughters not to be whores.
Right.
We're going to teach our sons not to be homosexual.
Right.
You wonder why the monkeypox was going around so crazy. Don't you know the gay community has a lot of STDs and HPVs? A lot. They're infested with it. Where I work at, I work down 13th Street. I just happened to got into this, tip agency. They was like, yo, you want to get this location? I said, I do not want to work down there. But I needed the money. I'm like, the hell, whatever. Right? So boom, I'm working in this building. When I tell you, I want somebody, okay. I took the pictures of the medicine that they got in their medicine cabinet, or what they got laying around, right? Let me tell you something. Some homosexuals are very destroyed in that brain. I pray you understand it. I seen the medicine that they are taking. I said, I don't even know how to pronounce this. And I didn't been in chemistry class. Go ahead.
If I could, when I was in the world, when I used to go to clinic in South Philly,
Mm-hmm.
and all you see in there is homosexuals. That's all you see. You know, a few black women here, black men there, but there's more white homosexuals inside of these.
Is who?
White homosexuals.
Say it one more time.
White homosexuals.
Because that's their culture. That's their culture. You're going to see them in there. You're going to see our our brothers thinking that that lifestyle was cool. They following after them.
Right.
It's in their history. That was okay for them. In the nation of Israel, you got put to death. So, again, you've seen those homosexuals at that clinic. I see the medicine they take. They taking some heavy doses of antidepressants. Why is it always the same thing? When I look in there, I'm doing work. So like, I'm doing work. I might do some plumbing in there, some hardware floor and all of that. You can tell, man, I just seen one, man, I gotta show y'all this picture. I took a picture. This cat, it's weird behind dude. Look at this picture right here, yo. Look at this. Let y'all see that. This is a picture of the idols that he has in his house. That's what I seen in somebody's crib. And you will see an Egyptian god in there. You want me to tell you why you're gonna see an Egyptian god there? Because that promotes homosexuality. That picture right there represents homosexuality. You understand? This guy understands the truth. You see the rod, the phallus, the Egyptians, and you see the Egyptian Pharaoh. He understands the truth that Egypt was full of homosexuals. You want to teach your child about Kemet. Oh yeah, we was Cometians. The woman is God, and Christ is white, and alhamdulillah and all that. You wonder why your son is a homosexual. You wonder why your daughter is a homosexual, and you just wonder why in the world would they ever want to do something like that? Because you never taught them the truth, man. You never taught them the truth. You ain't never speak out against it. A lot of parents nowadays don't even want to speak out against the homosexuality that's going on in our community. Then you wonder why these young men is catching all types of diseases and viruses. Look at the monkeypox. That was one in particular disease for one community. And that's the LMNOP community. They was the ones that got hit with it very harsh. The one dude said it felt like he was shitting on shards of glass. I said, well, whatever the affliction is at, that's where the sin is at. You get what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop thinking that we can do whatever we want to do and believe, well, I can live this way and everything's gonna be fine. No, because now your son is dead. Now your son is a homosexual. Now your son is an addict. Your son is out carrying Allegheny, getting high off of dope. You know what I'm saying? Dope that's not even the same dope that they used to shoot up back in the day. Now it's all cut with all types of fentanyl and horse tranquilizers. You know, your child is up carrying Allegheny because they started off with the weed. Because they followed after you. Yeah, the weed is good. The weed is good. Then they started getting high off the pills, right? Then they get high off the pills. Now they get high off of dope. People will literally ask for fentanyl pills. They be like, "Yo, you got some Fetty perks? You got some Fetty Xannies?" They really ask for that. And fentanyl is known for murdering you, but you don't want to, because you don't have no solid foundation. Because your parents never taught you these things, never gave you the wisdom of God. Now your child is strung out on drugs, or they locked up because they felt as though that they can do whatever they want as long as they grown. Ain't that the saying in the black community? Hispanic, Native American, you can do whatever you want when you grown. You out this house, but you under my house, you gonna follow after these rules. And rules is just do what you're told. Clean your room, clean the house, bring home good grades. But it ain't nothing about keeping the laws of God at all. You understand? And that's pathetic. I had one chick I used to deal with. She graduated from Penn State University. But she was a hoe. She was for the streets. The broad had a mother and father home. I met the father. The father was weak as hell. I said, oh, that's why your daughter is a hoe. Because you don't put your foot down. You know what I'm saying? The mom was running things. She was more vocal. But don't get it twisted. Some cats are just real quiet. But it was too much quietness. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, oh, a little sweeter son. Like, dang, how you put the road. I met some fathers, man. I was like, all right, this nigga a gangster. He might shoot me. You know what I'm saying? If I do his daughter wrong. Right. You know what I mean? And I was like, I ain't gonna do her wrong. That cat and no type of backbone. Didn't give up no appearance like, I'm quiet. No, you about you not. You know what I mean? You rag on my daughter. No, she didn't even know how to fry fish. She was trying to fry fish with no grease in the pan. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? She got a whole mom at home. Mom didn't see, hey, let's teach her the traditions of what a woman's supposed to be able to do. They just, you know what I mean? She didn't get the knowledge of God. You know what she got? She got, hey, you're going to go to college and you're going to do this and, you know, American dreams. But the whole time, like, she was worth nothing to a man. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? Can't even cook fish. I love fish. What am I gonna do with that? Shalom. That means peace. You know what I'm saying? So again, if you're not teaching your child knowledge and wisdom, then you can't be surprised if your child is down Penn Landing beating on random people, getting high. They say, oh, them kids was down there all high. I said to the sister, well, you get high.
Right.
She tried to battle me. I'm like, you get high. You understand what the hell you are doing? The door that you opening? She wound up blocking me, not having me respond back to her. Why? Because, oh, you want to correct somebody, but you can't be corrected? Whatever. I won't be surprised if I see your daughter video going around or on the internet. I won't be surprised if I hear that your son is up K&N Allegheny high on Fetty pills or whatever, because you're not putting around no gates around the children. But here in the ISBK, we understand one thing: we gotta protect our children by any means. Read the scripture you got, Brother Show.
All kinds. The book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 5. Get wisdom.
Get what?
Wisdom.
That's what you're supposed to understand. That's what your children supposed to understand. Keep going.
Get understanding.
Get understanding. Get understanding why we are the 12 tribes of Israel. Your child don't even know what tribe they from. I had to tell Muslims that. I had to ask Muslims that. What tribe are you from? You know what I'm saying? What tribe are you from? You don't even know. But that Quran is always talking about the Jews.
Right.
Always talking about all the ones that was considered Israelites. Oh, well, the Bible been written over so many times. Oh, that Bible is garbage. The Bible in the King James Version is the direct translation from the original scrolls that was found, right, buried in caves. That's where it was from. Where is Islam from? Where is it from? From the Jews. And Muhammad just sat up there and copied and made his own version. That's why they used to pray towards Jerusalem.
Right.
That's why they try to be so clean, because we're clean people. That's why they want to do a month of Ramadan, of a fast. Oh, well, we're going to do it. We're going to fast from when the sun go up and when the sun go down. Well, Israelites, we take 1 full day of no drink or no food, repenting every year for 1 year, 1 day out of the year. That's what we're commanded to do. Who we get that from? Us. The dietary laws. That's from us. So when did the Most High ever tell us? So the Most High, Muslims can eat shrimp and crab. They can eat unlawful fish. They can eat a duck. They can eat all of that. why would the Most High change our dietary laws? Why would the Most High take away our holidays? Why? When it's said in the law that we're supposed to keep these through all our generations, Christ celebrated those holidays. It's recorded. So I'm supposed to, and what's also recorded is in the book of Psalms, you already know, 147, where it talks about the Lord only dealt with us. So I'm supposed to believe some Ishmaelite over the tribe of Israel? The scrolls, the original records of the Israelites, I'm supposed to believe some Ishmaelite that's telling me to go bow down to some rock in Mecca? When the Most High said, what was that in Leviticus? What it says, don't make a image out of stone and bow down to it. The Most High said that. Don't make no stone image in your land and bow down to it. What they do in Mecca? Oh, so all them laws in the first 5 books is just diminished because of some Arab? The hell out of here with that bullcrap, man. We are Israelites. We're not no stupid Christians in here. That's not what we are. We are the ones that are here to teach our people. I don't know, some people might say, well, why are you so raw with it? Why are you so angry? I'm supposed to be angry because I'm a black man.
Right.
In captivity. My people are in captivity. What power do we got? I see the Arabs got power. They got a military. What the hell is it? Oh, 1 second. Shalom alaikum. Okay. Hey, Salam, so you want to declare? You understand that the Arabs got militaries? Why, if it's so much love in Islam and all of that, well, how come they not here doing the work that the Isupk doing? Why they not standing up for us in the States? They're supposed to be black Muslims. You're supposed to say, well, I know what your people going through. No, it's not about that. You understand? Muhammad spread Islam by the sword. Oh, but we don't know nothing. That's what they were saying on the Instagram. Listen, I said this. Y'all children, because you're not teaching your children real understanding, the knowledge of God, the wisdom of the Most High, you know what happens? Or your child is going to be slaughtered in the streets. Shalom Christ, okay? Your child is going to be slaughtered in the street. And what's happening? They're being slaughtered in the street. They're being shot down in the street. They're going to jail, overdosing on pills. Should I keep going? Catching all types of diseases. Getting put on all types of child support. You good. You know what I mean? Getting put on all types of child support. Why? Because they follow after a false god. You go inside the prison system right now in Philadelphia. Somebody shot my mind. What is the main 2 religions that's going to be in there? The main 2 religions in prison.
Oh.
What?
Islam, Christianity.
Yo, man. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? But they want to come at us. They want to come at us and they want to tell us that we're wrong. They want to say, oh, you guys are worshiping a false god. I say, I worship Yahweh.
Right.
Well, God in Hebrew is Allah. It's Elohim.
Right.
And power that's not the Lord's title. The Lord's name is Yahweh. Since when did that change? Oh, shall we go back into the Hebrew? Should we believe in Abraham or believe in Israelite? God forbid. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is, y'all? They think because we can't read, they think just because we some niggas, they think that we don't know Hebrew, y'all. They think that Quadazar don't know Hebrew, Mathania, they think that you don't know Hebrew. They don't think Commander Jenny ain't teaching us the Hebrew.
Right.
They think we just some regular niggas with a Bible. You know what I mean? These other people don't see us as great people until they hear this knowledge of God. We're going to run through some scriptures. I want y'all to have this in your books. This is something definitely heavy to have. Read what you got.
Come on. Forget it not.
Read from the top. Real quick, Mathanya, can you give me James chapter 3, verse 17? You can keep reading Quadazar.
Come on. Get wisdom.
Get wisdom. Keep going.
Get understanding.
Get understanding. But those people that was on Instagram that was coming against the school, people that's out there coming against you, and you standing in this truth. This is what you got to have in your mind. Don't never doubt your ability.
I'm just writing scripture.
No. You good. You just hold on to it in the Bible. James 3 and 17. Yeah.
That was what I'm talking about.
No, you good. Just keep it at James 3 and 17. I'll reiterate it if you need me to. All right. So, boom. When you talking to people, understand that this is your weapon right here. You know what I'm saying? This scripture that you hearing, the Lord said, get wisdom and understanding. Keep going.
Forget it not.
Forget it not. This is what the Lord wants you to understand. This is you coming. This is what any person that's trying to come against you, this is what they supposed to know. And allow that to be the battery in your back when you're talking to them. Anytime I'm talking to somebody and they trying to come against the Bible, they is or not, I know that they supposed to get wisdom and understanding. And forget not what the Lord teach you to do, because in order for you to get wisdom, you got to get the understanding. Understand, get the knowledge, so you can understand why do God want us to keep these laws. And then you begin to start realizing, and it was something that was heavy for me coming to the truth. I knew that I had to change because I know I was getting older, and I know that, I want a family. I don't want to fail my family, because I seen my father fail my family horribly. So I said, I don't want to go down that road. I want to make sure that my family's gonna be good. I gotta go serve the Lord. Keep going.
Neither decline from the words of my mouth.
Don't decline, meaning don't go away from what the Lord said. The Lord said, don't sleep with a whore. Don't sleep with a whore.
Right.
Sisters, if the Lord said, don't deal with a man that's full of wrath, that has a sexual deviant. Yeah, that's a sexual deviant. A lot of you sisters, man, y'all dealing with brothers that ain't nothing. You dealing, and then you get mad at the whole male race. You get mad at Black, Hispanic, Native American men because of your poor decisions. Maybe if you listen to the Isupk, you can get a good man. We'll tell you to close your legs. Stop worrying about having sex. Come get in class. Learn how to be a new creature so that your children can see a better you. So that you can you will understand what a good man is and be able to give that man something more than just vagina and a plate of food. He would get a woman that is at peace with herself, meaning that you are at peace with the Lord. You understand, you have understanding and wisdom. And you understand, well, listen, I'm going to be that man's peace. I'm going to be submissive to him because that's who I decide to be with, and I'm never going to leave him. Meg Thee Stallion don't know that. She's blowing rods right now. You think she only having sex with that African? She's having sex with multiple men. Who you think that African was the first cat? I'm pretty sure she's smashing the security guard. The security guard looked like he was heartbroken about Tory Lanez, you know what I'm saying? Like he was a little salty, you know what I'm saying? Like the chemistry, I was like, oh, he tapping that. You know what I'm saying? Look at Party. You looking crazy out here. Somebody go check on Party, man. Somebody go check on Party, make sure that he ain't ready to commit suicide over no slut, man. We gotta start being more wiser. Let's keep going.
Verse 6. Forsake her not.
Forsake her not, wisdom. forsake her not, man. Don't turn your back on it, man. Don't leave it. Go ahead.
And she shall preserve thee.
Man, listen. You maintain understanding and wisdom. You utilize that wisdom, man. It's going to give you prosperity in life. Like a lot of people, they fear for their life. They fear for it. Good night. They fear for over their children. The Lord said, "You serve me, you have nothing to worry about." You understand? But that day of your time to go, guess what? Know that your death is not in vain. The Lord will honor you because you served Him to the end. Those that endure to the end, what happens when they endure to the end? What?
They might have a shot and get into the kingdom.
Amen. You understand? The Lord will honor you, man. The Lord will put you in a good position in your next life, man.
Right.
You never know what you've done in your past life to get in here. You know what I'm saying? None of us know. No man has remembrance of the past life. Don't let none of those so-called spiritual teachers fool you with that. You understand? Like, you just understand that with life and death, you understand the Lord is over it. And a lot of people are fearful for their children to make it back home. Now, of course, you don't be careless when it comes to your life or the others that is under your command. But you don't have to have the worries of the world because you know that the Lord is going to protect you. You dig what I'm saying? That's why you don't hear about our children being shot down. But we do hear about other people's children being shot down in Islam and, Christianity. We do hear about that. We see it. I see it all the time. I feel bad for them. You understand? And here's the thing. We got to change the narrative when it comes to our people. Let's keep going.
Come. And she shall preserve thee.
She shall what?
Preserve thee.
She shall preserve thee. Keep going.
Love her.
Love her. Love wisdom. Love it. Don't never let it go. The same way you treat that weed, you feel like you'll never let that weed go. You understand? The same way you feel about that, you got to understand that you're supposed to feel like that about the wisdom of God. That's how you're supposed to feel about the Lord. You ain't never supposed to let it go. The Lord said, put down the weed. Stop being a bad role model, example to your child. To your children, you're supposed to be a good role model. Be a leader for once in your life. That's what the Lord wants you to do, to be a leader. Not to follow after the idiots that's in the world that get high, get drunk, and do stupid things. Right. That's why your children go to college and they think that they can befriend white people. Why they go to college and your daughter is name is going through the campus. Your son is thinking that he can sleep with a white girl, and now he got a whole case. Shoot, look at the one brother. He out there fighting a whole homicide. Come to find out that the sister was trying to line up the brother. They ain't even let him. I don't even think he got out of jail. I don't know if he got bail or not. But it came out on the text message. She said, "Yeah, air this ish out." You know what I mean? Air his stuff out. And she was trying to delete text messages this whole time. Everything just pointed to her trying to get this brother murdered. Whole time she got a husband. So the side nigga deserved to get put to death. Why is the side nigga about to die? Or if he ain't had that firearm? Because she is a filthy whore. You understand? And he didn't really vex her enough. He thinking it was just a pop and drop. Oh, I'm gonna just pop it and go about my way. You know, he an ex-football player. Oh yeah, Pound Town. You know what I'm saying? He thinking it's Pound Town. Whole time he had to put the pound in his hand and get to work. You know what I'm saying? There was a whole different type of pound going on. You know what I'm saying? He had to pick up that strap and had to get busy and fight for his life. Because the whole time they was about to try to murder that brother. She tried to lie on him the whole time. She got a husband. How you trying to go get the side dude killed? Like she's so in here the thing. Look at the parenting behind this. She don't understand that she's supposed to be with one man. She don't understand what marriage is. She's married, but she's having sex with a celebrity, with a football player. Can you understand how that man got to feel knowing that happened? You was having sex with a football player. You know what I'm saying? That hurt a brother pride. Like, oh my God, you getting rammed by a football player. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened though. You know what I mean? Let's keep going. Is there any more on that?
on kind, and she shall keep thee.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Was that verse? Go to verse 7.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
Verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom.
It's the what?
Principal thing.
It's very important in your life, brothers and sisters. That's why you got to teach this to your children so they can stay alive, they can grow, and they can become be more wiser than you. You know what I mean? You want your child to be better than you. Your child to be better than a lot of your sisters. I know you don't want to hear that. Your daughters need to be better than you so that they can survive.
Right.
So that the offspring that they will produce, you understand, that they will bring into this world can be better than them. Your daughter should be better than you. You should teach her, man, be better than me. Ain't that what parents say? But show her that you're righteous and you say, be better than me. So, well, hold up, man. I don't want to be better than you. Figure it out. Just keep serving the Lord. That's why he said, it is principle. Wisdom is principle. Not something that you should just look at on a Sunday, on a Sabbath, for you fake Israelites. No. It's supposed to be all the time. Keep going.
Therefore, get wisdom.
Get wisdom. Keep going.
And with all thy getting, get understanding.
All you're getting, get understanding. Get that knowledge and understanding. You understand? All right, you can drop that. Let's go, because it says that it's pure, right? In the next part. It says that the wisdom of God is pure. That's why the Isupk, you see our children on honor roll. And if you look at them, they don't look like no kids that you can bully on the park. They look mean and tough and rough. Them young sisters look like, boy, you better get out of my face type look. You know what I'm saying? And delicate as they can be. The brothers look. I mean, have y'all seen Officer Rock son down in North Carolina? Them brothers look like they'll run through grown men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Young boy, stop. I was like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Young boy look like he had put some grown men down. Kids doing good in school.
Right.
Officer Malakwa, his son look like he'll put your chin to your eyelids. You know what I'm saying? Put you in your back pockets. You don't look like no pushover. To the white man, to any other nation, because of the image that we got on us, to go back in the beginning of the class, they'll see our children, and they probably one of those. Whole time, if they sit down and look at their credentials, when they sit down and speak to them and ask them any questions, they're going to speak in wisdom. They're going to speak in understanding of God, of the Most High, Yahweh. Because why their parents serve the Most High? So their parents serve the Most High, and they doing what they're supposed to do, keeping the laws of God, doing what they need to do around the house and school, being a leader. Then how come we live as a hate group? Our children don't go to school saying, F the white man. Oh, I'm going to beat everybody up. oh, I'm gonna be a terrorist. No, that's your children. Your children, I'm talking to the naysayers. Your children is the ones that's getting high selling the drugs in the school. Everybody know to go to your son mayor. Everybody know to go to mayor to go get the gas.
Right.
They want to go smoke some gelato, whatever the hell they smoking. They know to go to your son. If a little boy want to have sex, they know to go to your daughter. All you gotta do is just roll her up. Tell her come through. All the boys, they sit around, they're like, yo, they going through the Instagram and all that, they going through the whole school. Oh man, she ain't going, they'll look at daughters in the ISUPK, and they be like, oh man, no, she ain't one of them, yo. She a good girl, yo. But your daughters, to all the naysayers, your daughter is known around the school in the neighborhood for blowing rods. All you gotta do is call her over, game her up, tell her, hey, I got some weed, I got some gas, come over. What's up? Hey, I'm gonna come around your way, yo. We about to spark up. They know that all they gotta do is get your daughter high. You know what I'm saying? Say a couple words, boom. Your daughter is what we used to say in high school, she's a platter. You know what I'm saying? She's a platter. Your daughter is being ran through because you don't want to listen to what the men of the Lord is saying.
Right.
I had something for you, right? You was holding something? Which one was it? It was James 3:17? So what I asked for in that scripture that you read, that wasn't the part pure. The pure is actually coming from the thumb yard. You can read.
James chapter 3, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
But the wisdom that is from above
The wisdom is from above. That's where we get our wisdom from. So again, you want to go against the Israelites. You want to say, you want to walk past the camp. And this is something that your brother needs to understand because y'all both teaching now. You about to have your first camp, Lord willing, on Saturday.
Right.
Understand when you out there, these cats that is against you, against the camp, they daughters and they sons is drug addicts already. The daughter is already getting ran through. You know what I'm saying? Cats then probably ran trains on her and all that type of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's their kids. And they telling you, man, they making smart remarks and all of that. Bring out the fact that these kids is being murdered at a vast rate because we don't want to serve God. Teach them the truth. Tell them that's why you got to bury your sons. That's why we got to bury our sons because we don't want to keep the truth, keep the knowledge of God. Remind that to them. Remind them that their daughters is already sluts and she only 15, 16. Why your daughter got to be on birth control when she only, 14, 15? Your daughter should be keeping her legs closed. You like half of y'all daughters already had sex. And she's still in high school. You got to make it sound disgusting. Because it is. Your daughter's already having sex and she in high school. How are you a good parent when your son is out here getting high because you get high? You smoke weed, now your son want to smoke weed, and now your son is blowing rods because he allowed Satan to come in. Good night, brother. I'm trying to tell you, I learned this psychology stuff, man, more and more because of the understanding and wisdom. Going into the books, of psychology, and understanding how the mind works. Y'all brothers y'all get that studying too, man. Go into those psychology books. Learn how the brain works. Understand about body language, how to read a room. That's important. We about warfare. Learn about those wars. Go inside the Bible. Look at the wars and how we fought them. Go back and look at the Native Americans, how they fought. You understand? I read this one book, man, The Art of War. Everybody done heard about it. I read that book years ago. And like Say Suzanne, man, he was saying, like, yo, listen, war is about deception. You think that somebody like when we out at camp, we know what we know, and why the camp, why everything that we do at camp is for a purpose. Why everything, like we understand the in and out of that camp, but someone that is against the camp really don't understand that we have many ways of taking you out. You get what I'm saying? Without having to say everything on camera.
Right.
We have protocols. We have rules and regulations on we have go-tos at that camp. People don't know. But they see us as, well, of course we don't look pussy, but they might think that we're lacking. Whole time they be deceived, or it's a deception. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they get hit with something that they never thought they got hit with before, and they like, yo, what the hell? Yo, why? How they just move like that? Because war is about deception. Making sure that your enemy never really understands your next move. You know what I'm saying? Not understanding on how to angle you. That's why if you read the Bible, that's how we fought.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Outflanking somebody and lining somebody up, ambushing, appearing to be weak, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Tom, yo, Saul almost, y'all know that Saul. So it was one time Saul was in the caves, right? There was 2 accounts. Saul can't. The Lord put a deep sleep on Saul and his army. King David army comes through. It could have slaughtered everybody. Soldiers like, what we gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna touch the hair on the anointed. On 2 accounts. Now the second account is crazy because they Saul's army came into the cave, right? Saul's army come into the cave. David's army crept more back into the darkness. Saul didn't know that they was there. King David came out the darkness and said, yo, Saul, what's up? Why are you after me? And because Saul had a demon on him and the Lord, you understand, every time Saul kept seeing David, he'd feel bad. Like, dang, yo, why I want to kill you? You know what I'm saying? My son loves you. Jonathan loves you. That's your homeboy. That's your brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, why I'm trying to kill you? I know that you actually king. You know what I'm saying? And after every time David did, that's when that demon come back on the Saul. Man, you should have killed him. You know what I'm saying? You know how some cats out there, you know how somebody be around and they might say, they might start acting like, they start, punking up. As soon as they leave, they're like, man, I should have, man, just go get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was on that type time, like, but more spiritual. So we kind of over time. I just wanted to get that in. Did you even started reading? I think you started reading, right? Let's just go through it. Let's just go through the whole verse so we can end it.
Mm-hmm. James chapter 3, verse 17.
Right.
But the wisdom that is from above is first pure.
Is what?
First pure.
First pure, man. Keep going.
Then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated.
Yo, all is, and this is all in a nutshell. And that's pretty much gonna be the class right there. Gaining wisdom is going to help your house prosper. You will be there for your wife As a man, you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be our counselor, our protector. Your wife is going to fall weak sometimes. She's the weaker vessel. It is what it is. As a man, you got to learn how to not be in your emotions. Why? Because the Lord promotes that. Don't be in your feelings. Because being in your feelings, you'll make a wrong move that is unwise. And then some man with wisdom and understanding is going to have to teach you, hey, brother, if you being emotional, that's going to sway your wife to those demons to tell her to emasculate you, that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? One West men don't get emasculated, but men in the world do. You brothers, you got to learn how to have a backbone. That's why we're here to teach you, and it's not to belittle you, but a lot of us had to come in here and learn how to be a leader in our own household. It is what it is. We've been destroyed for over 500 years. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? That woman, you're supposed to be there for her. You understand? The children, they're supposed to know their identity. And with knowing their identity, they're supposed to understand this Bible. They're supposed to understand this culture. They're not supposed to think that it's okay to be a sinner. Because to be a sinner, it's not about you going to hell in the afterlife, how the Christian church and the Muslim moms trying to paint it. It's that you're going to destroy your life here on earth. You're going to make your life on earth a living hell, or a false reality of some false of happiness. When really your children is going, your children need to understand that keeping the laws is going to keep you safe, and also that you're going to, when they get older and they become to be parents, that if they don't keep these laws, then their children is going to be for the slaughter. Again, without wisdom, you get what you get outside these doors. Your children is going to be sluts, whores, whoremongers, drug addicts, murderers, pedophiles, you name it, that's what's going to happen. This is truth. If I'm making this up, then prove it. Prove that I'm wrong. Prove that we're wrong in the ISUK. Because when I look at the ISUK records, we ain't filling up the prison system. We ain't on the drug corners, trapping. We not stealing from nobody. I know I'm not breaking in no more homes no more. I was good at it. I was very good at it. Right now, where I work at, if I was the old me, I would have been coming up a lot of dollars. Everybody, I done seen drugs, I done seen money, artifacts, all types of stuff. Even books that I like, I didn't see them. In the world, I was a Negro that was trying to be conscious, you understand, and be a criminal at the same time. Like, yeah, sister, you know, the chakras and the high energy levels, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, we all gods. Hey, man, yo, you trying to cop? You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, I'm out of the little slot, you know what I mean? They lacking over there, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. To live a life without wisdom is living a life of death. But if you do utilize wisdom, if you do utilize the Lord established here in ISBK, you get in class, you change your life, I promise you your life will be better. With that being said, I'm going to play the class over. The priest and officer, the thumb y'all. You just click.